Can you imagine working 7 days a week to pay off a piece of property over 2 decades, only for it to be lost and stolen by the city by a silly menial lien for $5,000? Not to mention, we talking about $800,000 worth of work over 2 decades. So this season for Freedom Fridays, excuse me, y'all. For Freedom Fridays, we're going to be talking about a young man in Brooklyn who worked his whole life working to pay off this property, only for the city to steal it and snatch it from him. So get ready. We're going to talk about that today. And again, welcome to Freedom Fridays. I'm Kamari. This is a Black Wealth Rebels production. Jimmy's here on the mic in his lazy recliner. We're waiting on Corey.
Here you go. Here you go. Corey just pulled up, and
we're going to have a good time. Listen, I said he's coming. He's here. Corey.
You.
Corey, how are you?
I'm good, man. Trying to get my computer to act right. Because right now, my computer ain't got no act right.
Look who's in the building. Gerald's in the building. What up, Gerald? All right,
Gerald, what's good, Gerald?
Hey, Erica, I heard you out here getting busy, getting the computers puking.
What's up, Erica?
How you doing?
Speaking of, you know what I'm saying? You see what I got right here in my lap. You know what I mean?
I'm still waiting on the link. Can you send me the link?
Hey, but I'm supporting our sister right here. You see that right there. You know, for those who don't know, that's Erica. Make sure you get Erica's book. You know what I'm saying? All roads lead to real estate, which is something I've been saying forever, but I digress.
Oh, Lord. Here we go. So we got a really interesting show, but listen, I've been thinking about starting a segment, my own personal segment, called the Mar Par segment. What do you think about that, Jimmy?
The what?
The Mar Paul segment.
Oh, the Mar Paul segment.
Yeah,
because I wanted to say Paul's bad because you said crazy. You just be saying the crazy stuff.
All right, well, we're going to test it out. Tell me what y'all think about this.
Real talk. Some of you motherfuckers pissed me the fuck off. So guess what? I disappeared and come back with a 200 miler. I'm 199 miles into this race. Got my boy Leo pacing me. Finishing up right now. You know what? Guy's knees are bad. See how he runs. Yeah, see how I run 200 miles, motherfucker. I'm about to finish this bitch up. Hey, what were you doing for the last 65 hours? I know what I was doing. I was running all up and down the fucking mountains. Getting it in. Doing what I preach about. Stay hard.
Stay hard.
Hey, yo.
Yeah,
yo.
I mean, first off,
that does not deserve a hey, yo. The message was impeccable. Focus on the message.
Listen,
hey, yo.
Off, for the last 65 hours, I've been watching Perfect Match. I'm not running 200 miles. Second of all,
Match? What is that?
It's a Netflix show. It's some ratchet stuff. But listen though, second of all, dog, how you gonna start our show with the cuss words, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to get us demonetized already? Like, you supposed to let that come in at the 10 minutes, please. Pause. Because when you do that a little bit early, it's gonna, mess the algorithm up. But I digress.
It'll be okay. The algorithm's already messed up.
I'm gonna end up in YouTube court, man. I know what it is already, man. You know what I'm saying?
Well, guess what? If you're in YouTube court, I'm right there with you, sir.
I know.
Your honor.
Yeah. I'm like all those
black question.
all those blacks got sports and entertainment.
Absolutely.
And my arraignment. Never mind. Sorry.
All right, but before we get to tonight's main topic, let's get to our folks. All right, so we too far into 2025 for folks not paying water bills, not calling the water company for a payment arrangement. Oh, we coming with the slander already. All right, she must have read the show description. All right, Miss Edie. Hey, Miss Edie. By the way, here's the horns for everybody. Afternoon, you too. All right, yo, thanks. All right. Listen, Erica, can you send me the link? Because Jimmy won't send it to me. I would love to read the book. I would love to purchase the book. Support you, please, and thank you. What up, Don? That's right, I'm slandering Jimmy today.
I see. Listen, I'm going chill, man. I'm taking a different approach. I'm gonna let you bully me like you be doing.
All right, Brian, so are you Wanda Walker or are you Brian? Or are you tagging Wanda? But either way, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. All right, Jimmy, go get that trademark. I'm not sure what y'all talking about, but I'm sure some big money stuff I'm not qualified to understand.
See, more slander. I'm gonna be quiet.
That's not slander. I'm saying I'm out of my lane. I'm gonna stay in my lane.
No, you trying to put me on the platter right now, man. I'm gonna let you bully me though.
Oh man. All right, Jarrell says, LOL, pause. I know that's why you put that video up. He's always say that. I think Marines say that. I might be wrong. Listen, by the way, that's David Goggins. David Goggins has a great book, several series of books. Black Marine, Black Ranger. He's done all kinds of amazing things. He runs 100 miles in his sleep for fun. Y'all just saw in that video, he does it. It was a 200 miler. So that man is phenomenal.
Bless his heart. Yo.
What up, Jamel? What you got, Jim?
No, I just wanted to make sure I, take time and shout out our sister Courtney, man, who had an amazing accomplishment yesterday.
Yes, she did. Shout out to Courtney.
Shout out to Courtney. You know what I'm saying? I pulled up, to watch and all that, although Kamari made me miss the event. But so
Really?
I mean, hold up, did you not?
I did not.
Whose fault was it?
It was not mine.
Anyway, man, with that being said, though, I want to salute her, man. So for those who don't know, she's the president of the Barristers Association here in Philadelphia, and they got a street named after him yesterday.
Wait a minute, Jim. What is the Barristers? Everybody don't know what the Barristers are.
Hey, listen, man, it's the top legal minds in the city. They're black legal minds, the top black legal minds in the city, man. Impressive roster of folks, and historically and currently. And she's the president of that entire organization right now. So they had an event yesterday with the street named after him at 53rd and Girard, for those familiar with Philadelphia. Then there was an event, a Hall of Fame event afterwards. So it was dope. Got to chop it up with some folks. Some big wigs was in the building. And
all the big wigs were in the building. Not me.
Yeah, you were there. Kamari was there.
I was low on the totem pole, brother. Hey, Markia.
Markia, what's up, Markia? What's up, Markia?
All right, Mazzini says, I'm going to send you a link for my attorney discussing a lien case against a homeowner in New York City. It was in the news last night. All right, please.
Send that. I need that.
Yeah, we would love to see that. Still Rocks is in the building. What up?
What up, Still Rocks? It's really good.
All right. Jigga says, David Goggins has a significant militia idolatry. Yes, he does.
He does. Yeah, shout out to the village too, man. Go ahead.
Militia and MMA. All right, and by the way, shout out to my brother Jim. He's been holding down the village. I know he talked to a couple people today.
Oh yeah, I talked to
yesterday.
Today. By the way, I talked to someone else since I told you that earlier. I talked to maybe like 3 or 4 people in the village today.
Okay.
Like, folks hit me up to have conversations. So shout out to everybody in the village. By the way, for those who don't know what the village is, that is our community, which you can join by going to blackwealthrebels.com. And folks reached out to me, so I've been chopping it up with village members. You know what I mean? So that's kind of dope.
Okay.
Helping folks get their Bitcoin life together and their real estate life together, and a little bit of everything else.
All right.
I'm just trying to be of service, man. Let Kamari bully me, but it's cool though. I'm still being of service to the people.
While you sit here and lie on me, right? Lie on me talking about it. It's my fault. It's my fault. That's a shame. So
that's what Karan told me.
But you know the truth. You were right there. So you want to paint this narrative. See,
I know the truth. I know you had a story and he had a story. What the truth is some,
Really. This is what I call first class potting, folks. First class. Ain't nothing, no truth in what he's saying at all. He
Ant's
knows.
in the building. What's up, Ant?
All right, so let's check this out, y'all. I want to get your opinion on this. Tell me what you think about this.
Hypnotic. You might remember that. You might be too young for Hypnotic.
I might, just so everybody watching, I'm 26.
So Noah don't know nothing about Hypnotic. So Hypnotic was like a cognac, but it was blue, like a blue cognac bottle, right? You used to mix it with Hennessy and make this green drink called Incredible Hulk, right?
Okay.
So Hypnotic was made very, very popular by Black community. And the guy that owned
So Jimmy, was you out there drinking them Incredible Hawks? I
was outside when they was studio.
I'm not gonna lie. I may have had 150,000 of them Jones.
I was outside on the Studio 37 night on Broadway day, so I remember Incredible Hulks vividly. I'm not a drinker though.
Anymore, it sounds like.
No, ever. I've never been a drinker.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I was
Hypnotic.
not a
He
drinker. Then I had a run for like 15 years where I just drank till my liver hurt, and then I ain't had a drink in about 10 years.
And Corey, you and your family owned a bar, so I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
All right, so let's get
he
through.
wasn't black. He scaled it up and he sold it.
All right, did y'all peek that?
Yeah, that it
Did
wasn't
y'all
owned
peek
by a
that?
black person, right?
Very, very
neither,
popular by
neither is
black
Hennessy,
community.
neither
And
is
the guy that
Power
owned
Down.
Hypnotic
Just listen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Save your commentary.
with Hennessy and make this green drink called Incredible Hulk, right?
Okay.
So Hypnotic was made very, very popular by black community. And the guy that owned Hypnotic, he wasn't black. He scaled it up and he sold it. You know what he did? He started another one called Nouveau and scaled that one up and sold that one again. And black people made Nouveau popular. I don't even know if you remember blaming on the alcohol. They were talking about Nouveau.
I'ma take a shot of the Nouveau.
Nouveau was the drink after that. So when I see Jay-Z with Ace of Spades, Rick Ross with Bel Air, or Kevin Hart has a tequila, or Uncle Nearest, I'm not a drinker, but at least we are putting our dollars into infrastructures that we can scale. But the part that I think is missing is that we need to allow the general public to invest in those companies as well, because now it's not just so much individual success, it's collective success. I use a cell phone company that I own part of. I use an app that I own part of. I drink a liquor that I own part of. I wear some jeans that I own a part of. I think that is the part that we have to do, because that's the only way to really distribute wealth to the black community quickly in a way, because individual success requires the pressure of the black community to feel like we have to come back and save ourselves. And I don't think it's a responsibility of all these black billionaires to come back and save all of us, right? But it doesn't mean that we can't take our culture and own infrastructures that we scale collectively and then do that.
So what do y'all think about that?
Somebody said they had a money counter going on. You know, I don't know which one of y'all counting chicken over there, but anyway. But with that being said, though, what I think about that is, I think that okay, it's cool and all, but if we're being honest, right? What collective wealth? We don't have any collective wealth to kind of like put into a bunch of these different things to have it scale to the point that he's talking about, right? So I think that he's not wrong, but there's nuance to it, right? You just can't. There is no black wealth. Am I saying that everybody's broke? That's not what I'm saying at all. But if we're talking about having all these different things, these genes, it's this, where's the money coming from to us for us to invest? Statistically speaking, most black people don't have money to invest to begin with.
But the same money we spend on consumerism to buy the Incredible Hulks, everybody up here said they brought them. People in the audience have said they brought them. Could we maybe invest a percentage of that?
Yeah, right. But even that's misleading. Like, so when you start talking about the black spend X amount on this or X amount,
I didn't say that. I said I'm using us right here. We spent money on it. Could we redirect those dollars? No, we can't.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, well, first of all, I said that I'm familiar with it. I don't drink, so I'm not spending money on any of that nonsense. All right. But if you're talking about us three or people watching us, I mean, possibly, but what's that going to do in the grand scheme of things, right?
So are we the only ones that can do it or have drunk Incredible Hulks?
Statistically speaking, there's a small number of people that can do it.
Is that all?
It's not going to make a dent in anything.
But okay, define dent.
Define dent.
Yes.
Okay. It's not gonna produce billions of dollars.
It's
not gonna produce billions of jobs.
Do you need to produce billions of dollars?
Overall, long term, yeah. I mean, depends upon what your objective is. What is your objective?
I mean, just
is your objective to make a small number of folks a little bit more money? Cool, go ahead and do that.
But wait a minute. If we use the examples that he provided, and Corey, I would love to hear what you have to say. Hennessy.
I'm into collectivism, period, right? I played team sports my whole life. I was in the military. I seen what collective effort can do, right? I'm from a big family. I played team sports. I played, I was in the military, so I'm part of a team now. You know what I mean? So it's really, I've seen what collectivism can do for people. So I'm always on the side of the collective. Life's way too short to be trying to do everything on your own. It's just way, way, way too short. And you can't succeed at any scale doing it by yourself. So yes, I agree with what he was saying, but I also see what Jim is saying. Jim is saying that we got we don't have enough collective money to do what he's saying on a scale large enough to do what he's talking about.
So
What I'm saying,
but wait a minute. So my question was, if we are the people who brought up or blew up Hennessy, Hypnotic, Nouveau, we can't do that for a black brand?
I mean, we probably could, but I mean,
So you want us to create? So basically, you want us to make something else popular, just so a black person can cash out in terms of a white person can cash out. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying exactly what I said. If we
Right,
blow
because again, sorry. So even
Wait,
making even
let me finish. Let me finish. I said, if we can blow up other brands, why can't we direct that energy into blowing up black brands? Period. Full stop. All the other stuff, like, can we do that?
what would define a black brand?
Uncle Nearest.
Are they funded? Are they funded? Well, Uncle Nearest is funded. If you want to pull back the lawsuit, who's funding them? Right. So
Who
there's
has the majority of ownership?
so there's black.
Who owns it?
All right. So that's my point, right? So there is black ownership, right? There's black ownership, but and this is getting to a bigger conversation, right? Because there is no true black business that flows from top to bottom that's black. That doesn't exist, right? We talk about getting raw materials, whether that's raw materials to build a product, whether that's land. If we look at the agents of production, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship, we don't own this. We don't own that scale across the board in anything. Not one thing. Not one
You
business.
feel we can't do it then?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I don't have a defeatist mindset, nor am I saying we can't do it. But I said let's talk facts. If you want to talk facts, let's talk facts. But you're talking about and using his example, right? His example of let's make these black brands popular so those bourgeoisie Negroes can invest in it and make a little bit more money.
Oh, well, why they gotta be bourgeoisie Negroes?
Because those are the ones that have the capital to do it. When I say that, I'm not saying it from a derogatory standpoint, by the way.
I mean, is bourgeoisie not derogatory?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Oh, here we go. Here we go playing the mind games. Go ahead.
Listen, man, we just talked about her, and I want to shout out Courtney again because Courtney's in the chat.
We just talked about it.
And she said, I wish I could. I thought you was traveling though. Ain't you like you know?
Yeah, she's international. She ain't got time.
I thought she's traveling right now. But anyway, yeah, we're not vertically integrated anywhere, right? That's all I'm saying. But that's why I'm asking. I'm not saying that what he said was negative. I'm not saying that what he said is wrong, but what are you trying to accomplish? Right? Are you trying to, in the words of Dead Prez, man, you talk about getting freedom, you talk about getting justice, and you talking about a couple people getting a couple more dollars.
You're adding on. Just what it is. It's exactly what I asked. Can we blow up a brand that's
you can blow up any brand. You can blow up any brand. We've blown up black brands. Did we not blow up Sean John and Rockaware? Like we've blown up black brands. So why can't you're saying can we do it again? We've done it.
Sure.
Every artist, every artist, majority artists, music artists, black or white, we've blown them up too. So you're asking a question that we've already done. We blow up brands every day.
But we've already done it, but we're still not doing it. And we haven't done it to the point where it gets shifted narrative.
We blow up black brands every day, bro. Every black artist that's major was blown up by us.
Wait a minute. Are you talking about music artists?
Yeah.
So you're counting that in this conversation?
Well, you talk about brands. You said brand, right? Are they not a brand?
Okay.
Right?
Yes,
right?
We did blow up Fubu. Yes,
we blew up Fubu. We blew up Rockaware. We blew up Sean John. I mean, we blew up a lot of black brands.
Ace of Spades, all that, like all of the popular drinks out there, black people blew them
all
up.
I was doing is
some rapper mentioned it in a song, and then the next thing you know, it's flying off the shelves.
Now, my question to you, Kamari, is all the brands that we have blown up, how has that helped the collective?
I mean, a lot of people got jobs off of that. A lot of people got careers off of that. If we want to go to Diddy, just using him as an example, not talking about his other stuff, right? No, listen,
let me mute myself.
He's helped launch other careers, right? So
yeah, male escorts.
Okay, listen, that's part of Black Love. Listen, you talk about SWs every show.
So whoa! Do not label me. That is slander.
I
got my attorney in the chat. We ain't playing at the
Where's Ann at? Where's Ann? Right?
I got my attorney. My attorney is in the chat. You will not slander me today.
I will tell you this. I say this. We gotta start. I don't really care. Like we just gotta start. Like there's a reason why we don't own any of these things because as we looking at the numbers, man. like the numbers don't mean nothing until they do. Like you just gotta start. Like, and that's the thing that people, you know.
What up, Ryan?
Listen,
Jordan
Slides are fire though. Like they definitely fire.
Yo, but I you know, like people all paralysis analysis is a thing, right? And we all understand that we don't own any of those things, but we can't own any of those things if we don't get started.
So my point, Corey, I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong, but what I'm saying is I don't think a lot of us even recognize that we don't. So most people don't recognize just how bad our situation is, right? And all I'm saying is if we're going to tackle a situation, let's talk about things for what they really are, right? Now, I'm not saying we're not attacking. I'm not saying we don't do anything. I'm saying let's really talk about what has to happen because we need people fighting on so many different fronts. But if we don't even know what's going on, like we talk about there being a war outside, most people don't even recognize we're at war.
Okay.
Yeah, they won't even say war.
Okay, well, before we move on, I want to ask the audience, what do y'all think about this? Is this something we can do? Not us here, but us as a collective. Blow up more black brands, distribute ownership to average people, not necessarily bourgeois people, but average people, the general population, right? Tell us what you think. Throw it in the chat. And so I have a clip here for the Nate gang and Jimmy especially, and I want to know what y'all thoughts are.
Courtney asked you a question.
Bro, whatever, dog. I'm not gay, bro. I'm not, bro. Y'all gay. Whatever, dog. I'm not gay. Hey, can y'all tell me if this make me gay? My man's invited me to a bachelor party. So when I get there, none of the strippers is trying to get down. So he walk up to me. He like, I want you to meet somebody. He like, this my man's Rodney. So I'm like, what up, though? Me and Rodney get to kicking it. Rodney get a few drinks, and Rodney like, yeah, I'm a trans man. I'm like, what do that mean? He said, I used to be a woman. I transitioned into a man. I'm like, that's crazy. We get a few more drinks. Rodney get to showing me all the pictures from when he used to be a woman. He like, this is how I looked. He started showing me pictures of when he had titties. He even started showing me pictures and videos of him squirting. So I'm like, you still can do this? He like, I still got the parts for the squirting. Say less. We sneak off. We go in the bathroom. I'm killing Rodney from the back. Killing Rodney. They all bust in, taking pictures, recording. Talking, we knew you was gay. How? This is a woman. It's a vagina.
Hey, Kamari.
So I want to know, and hold on, Jeff, hold on. I want to know, is he gay or is he not gay? Tell us what y'all think.
I'm leaving this alone. I want to know, how did you find a way to play this specific video in this conversation?
Because this is for the Nate gang. We got to represent the Nate,
the
Nate and the Cuddy gang.
What's the segue? We went from talking about black brands to... Anyway, man, Kamari's out of pocket.
Like there was no continuity to that at all. Not to say that wasn't funny, but there was no continuity to it at all.
Kamari is out of pocket, yo.
Yeah, he wilding.
Listen, that's why I said I'm going to create my Kamari pause moment.
I'm gonna say this. I don't care what dude does in his free time and his spare time. I would prefer him not put it on the internet.
Yeah, I got no comment. I want to talk about some real estate, and what? See, you got look at Miss Edie right now. You got Miss Edie upset, yo. Miss Edie, that is Kamari. I have nothing to do with that, Miss Edie.
All right, Miss Edie says, "Oh my goodness, I shared the link with my friends and family and friends. I shared the link with the attorney. They're going to curse me out. I'm sorry. All right, listen.
The link with their attorney."
Listen, but here's the funny thing. Miss Edie be on with me early with Michael Sean. And so this is stuff with Michael Sean we would talk about as well. And be there too. So we're just having a little fun.
Hey, listen, I just want y'all to know that I can't be held responsible for that. Those are not the thoughts, opinions, or views of one James Williams. I don't
care what homeboy do in his spare time. I really don't. I couldn't care less what he do.
That's why Kamari is funny too. He's like, I got a video I want to play. He didn't tell me what it was about. He said, no, you'll see. He said, no, you'll see.
But, I mean, the way he told that story was hella funny though. I'm like, damn, boy, like, that was crazy. Like,
all right, let's get the business. A Brooklyn man loses an $800,000 home for $5,000 in water bill liens. Now, I'm sure Courtney, who's in the chat, who's a real estate and tax attorney, could understand this. And actually, she should be here talking about this today.
In the middle of the night, this is what the Brown family in Brooklyn woke up to. Strangers using power tools to try to get into their home, only to find out later those strangers had a legal right to be there. Back in 2019, Brown had just finished paying off the mortgage, but says he didn't know he had an unpaid water bill for $5,000.
I would pay it with no problem.
Here's what the city does with larger unpaid tax and water bills. The city sells the unpaid bills to what's called a trust, which is a group of investors. It's then up to those investors to collect the money with interest. If the balance isn't paid, the home can go into foreclosure and be bought at auction. That's what happened to Mr. Brown. The city and the trust said they sent him warning notices, but Brown says he did not receive them. He owns a 3-story home and rents out the 2 lower units to other families.
It's rough, it's tough. I cannot eat, I cannot drink, I cannot sleep. I cannot stay at the house.
That was your...
That's crazy. So $5,000 owed to the city over water bill. And they said that he got a notice. Now, I learned this from Courtney. I know the issue is probably going to be, was he properly serviced? Courtney, correct me if I'm wrong. Meaning that, did the man actually get the notices? Did he get the bills? Probably yes, but sometimes weirder things have happened when people don't get the information to pay the bill. And I find it kind of hard to believe that this man who worked over 2 decades, 7 days a week to pay off an $8,000 home didn't want to pay his bill.
All right, so a couple things here. You know, I don't know if Courtney's free, but we can email her the link to jump on. But what I would say is, first of all, shout out to Black Wealth Renaissance, where we got this clip from. Shout out to those brothers over there. Was, you know, send them a quick salute. But this is interesting because if you read this story, main man was like, this was kind of his life's work. He bought this 3-story property. He's renting out two floors, living on one. He was working overtime and 7 days a week. His objective was to pay off this property and, you know, have something that, you know, for his life's work. And he did that. He paid the house off. $800K is what they say it was worth. He had it paid off. He worked his life to pay it off. And because of that $5,000 water bill, they were able to sell the lien and, you know, so on and so forth. So the other part I want to say is I think this leads us to a bigger conversation about making sure that our paperwork and everything is straight when it comes to these properties. I got beef with a couple agencies right now, based on the water bill. Matter of fact, I literally have beef with a water bill right now. I was telling Kamari this earlier.
Oh, shucks.
So I'm about to go to war with the tax review board right now, but that's another story. But the point is,
I got a story about that from earlier this week. I'm constantly searching and making sure that, you know, all taxes are paid, all liens are paid on every property I have. I have a spreadsheet I go through. Is this paid, that paid, that paid? Even though I know it's paid, I'm anal about it because so much of our wealth we lose just based upon not understanding or knowing how to process paperwork. And it's crazy because we always talk about acquiring. Companies is full of malarkey too, though, because I got they came and they cut my electricity off on Tuesday, but it wasn't the right house.
Oh, damn. So it's funny. Many a city have done things just like that. In the city of Philadelphia, I know they have knocked down buildings that they weren't supposed to.
Yeah. Like it wasn't even the right house. So I'm calling on my cell phone. First of all, they had me on hold for like 4 hours. And then they was like, oh, my fault. And then it took them another 2 hours to come back and like turn the joint back on. Like they goofies, man.
I had that happen to me too.
You got that cut back on the same day, Corey?
Yeah, because it was a mistake, and I was random.
Listen, that's unheard of.
So I didn't have anything cut off, but I had a bill that was sent to me, right, for a property, and they said that it was based upon my ownership. And then I showed them like, yo, I didn't even own this when you're billing me for. And their whole response after, you know, sitting on hold, talking to this person, getting pushed to this person, the whole response was, oh, you're right, we'll correct it. And I'm like, yo, come on, cuz. I'm like, so if I didn't call or didn't say anything, you wasn't gonna correct it. I just brought it to your attention and you just made the correction. So be careful with the utility companies too. But I think it's also just important just to you know, make sure because a lot of times what I realize with our folks is like we just ignore mail.
We absolutely ignore mail. And
we just ignore mail.
And not to say that he did that, right?
I'm not saying that.
Right, but a lot of people don't open mail.
Yeah.
A lot of us. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of times we don't open mail because we be ducking all kinds of other stuff, right? We don't want that service. So what I'm saying is I just want for us, specifically us that have inherited property and things of that nature, to make sure you stay on top of your paperwork, right? Because a lot of people are inheriting property, they're inheriting brokerage accounts, inheriting a lot of things, and you ignore property. Next thing you know, the state got all your chicken, right? That your family has worked for their entire lives. That's their life's work. I feel bad for this gentleman. Now, I also would like to know about the right of redemption within his state. I know how it works here, but I know how it works there. So that would be interesting as well.
So, Jimmy, what is the right of redemption?
So the right of redemption in terms of if you lose a property that goes to auction or what have you, there's a certain, specifically if you live there, if it's the property that you live in, there's a certain period of time that you have to get that property back. Now you may have to pay interest, but you can pay whatever's owed and get your property back. And I think his situation will fit for that because he lives within that dwelling.
So I just did a quick Google search. In New York, there is no statutory right of redemption after a foreclosure sale. Now, I don't know if that fits his specific narrative, but
that's nasty work.
That's extreme nasty work.
One of the reasons I don't want to give away some of my sauce, but one of the reasons when I go to the auction, I always buy vacant land is because there's no right of redemption on vacant land. So I don't like right of redemption. I've purchased a property before where there's a right of redemption, and this is what you call like living and learning from experience. I start making moves. I start having contractors come in. I was getting ready to go crazy, and I got a letter saying, "Oh yeah, they paid their tab. They got to pay you interest, but it's their property again. Get out of there." And I'm like,
yeah. So a lot of states have a right of redemption. Like I know, cities, because it's county to county. So in the county that my dad lived in, the right of redemption is 2 years. Then you got in Chester County, where I was buying at, the right of redemption is nine months. And I don't know what it is here in Philadelphia.
So Courtney says all properties in PA have the right of redemption. The time frame just depends.
Yeah, on the county.
Well, Philadelphia is a county in the city too, but Philadelphia.
Yeah. I'm just saying it all depends on county though. Because like I said, I used to buy the tax lien properties. I still do. I just haven't done it in a minute.
All right, so Jamel says, did he get the notices of bills? Almost sounds like Umar not getting his notices of bills. And y'all got heavy Umar slander today. All right, Courtney says PA requires posting the property.
Yeah, so the right of redemption is a state law, not county. So I thought again, I don't speak to it because I stay away from those now, but I believe that when I got the property and it happened to me, it was 9 months, Corey. It was the same thing. It was 9 months. It was Philadelphia, but it was 9 months.
All right, Ryan says it's fucked up. The best way to do real estate is with someone you can trust, which is hard. Yeah,
but see, the thing with his situation though, it really wasn't about trust. It was about him having that tab. He could have trusted everybody. It sounded like he did all the right things. He just didn't pay that bill. Whatever reason he had for not paying that bill, because I've read a little bit of the story, and it said that he had just paid another bill, so he had like a balance. But maybe it was one of them joints where you ever see where you have a bill with a utility company and you pay just enough so they won't cut you off. Damn,
y'all are. All right, Andoff says Umar got hit with that water bill too. Apparently, that was part of him losing that school. Did he lose it? No, don't tell me he lost it.
Well, no, they're trying to take it. They're trying to take it for the same reason. It's up for auction.
It's on a lien. Yeah, they got a lien on it for unpaid bills.
Well, hopefully he pays the lien and gets out of whatever problem he's got. All right, Kay Diggy says, I heard, what up, Kay, by the way? I heard Umar has beef with Delaware over not receiving a bill. And so I wish Courtney was here because she could talk about that, right? Service, getting notice, so forth and so forth.
9 months if occupied.
All right, PA, the new owner could not drill locks.
That is true. They'll come at you. They'll come at you if you try to do that. Because they hold you accountable. Like, you can't do that.
All right, if the property is occupied, then they have to go through the sheriff. Got you.
Yep. But see, like, because of the way I bought my tax liens, once I got the deed, right? Because I was buying where once I got the deed, I still couldn't sell it for 9 months. So I got the deed right away, but they wouldn't let me sell it for 9 months because of the tax status of the way I bought it.
And then they give the owner a chance to buy it back right within that 9 months. Is that correct?
No. So I was buying last chance. So it had went through all the other sales. Because
Okay.
there's like 6 or 7 levels of tax sales. And so I was buying the last chance tax sales.
Got you.
But
All right, Ryan
but
says,
I couldn't sell them for 9 months.
got you. So Ryan says, my mom didn't pay an electric bill for 5 years because of medical reasons. All right, well, shout out to your mom. I hope she's better.
Yeah, I hope she's better. I'm laughing at Ant in the chat though, man. But I'm sorry.
Ant's cutting up. I'm sure Ant's always cutting up, man. All right, Courtney says if the property is occupied, they have to go through the sheriff. All right, we got that. Jimmy said that already.
That's if the sheriff. That's if the sheriff ain't. Never mind. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, Courtney has to look up New York law. All properties have a right of redemption. All right, we talked about that. Right of redemption is. I thought it was state. Right. Okay, Courtney corrected that. State law.
It's a state law.
That's the lawyer. All right. All right. So Stir Rocks is going back to the question we asked: how can we blow up a brand if everyone has their own brands? Example: if all rappers start wearing Shaqs, mentioning them in their songs, wear them at their concerts, we could blow even those up. Okay.
I don't know about that. Them Jones be. Never mind.
What up, Drika? How you been?
Hey, Drika, what's going on?
Oh, she cracking up. I bet you one of my segments got her laughing.
Here, Kamari, one of his segments. Okay.
I didn't know y'all were into liens. We're into money, especially money with black people who are involved. All right.
Man, listen, I take anybody money. They giving it away.
I don't know about that. All money ain't good money.
I'm just making it. Let me get my wire quote off, man. You ain't got to step all on my wire quote.
Well, I'm getting our Philly quote off. All right, Jarrell says, but that's crazy since he had the joint paid off. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. It's heartbreaking, actually. All right, filing of the sheriff deed ends right of redemption of vacant. Okay, IMPN.
There you go.
All right. And Dog says, nah, he's too busy having meetups on tropical beaches with butter peeking things. All right.
No, it's not things. It's not things. It's things. Yeah, it's things. That's for a reason.
I know. All right. Jamel says, honestly, who forgets to pay their water bills on a paid off crib? Checking and paying at the top of the year minimum, checking quarterly responsibly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: where do things have happened? Right. So I have a hard time believing a man who worked 7 days a week to pay off his $800,000 credit.
I'm thinking maybe that's why he ain't paid because he was too busy working. He wasn't.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
I don't think that if we had last chance sale in Philly, that joint would be crazy because folks would just grab everything up if it's in Philly. Those last chance sales be in those podunk counties where nobody wanted anyway.
Listen, I flipped all them Jones. So somebody.
I ain't mad at you.
All right, Courtney says if he has tenants, that's likely the problem. Ooh, that's a great point because a lot of times the mail goes all over the place.
Yeah, that bill goes against the property. So if he don't have his meter split up, they probably sitting on his mail. They probably got all his notices in their mail.
Yeah,
that's gangster music.
And I mean it's funny because there are a lot of real estate investors who won't split the meters when they have multi-unit properties. And that winds up getting them into a world of trouble a lot of times.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it's a necessary investment. It'll pay off over time, but it can be a bitch to do in the beginning.
Listen, man, Philip Payton didn't give his life for this, man. You know, we got to honor Philip Payton by doing better.
All right, so what else we got here?
Philip Payton is an underrated name in the history of black in the histories of black animals, man.
All right, so tell the people who Philip Payton is.
Philip Payton is the person who started the Harlem Renaissance.
There we go. And he was the brother who owned a bunch of land in Harlem, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Underrated name.
Yo, he would only
he would only sell to black people.
Yeah, only sell to rent to his folks. But he built a little community in there. But no, I'm sorry, I was reading the comment. I got caught up in the comments, man. But yeah, Philip Payton. Everybody go do your Googles, look up Philip Payton.
Now they talked about him in Black Fortunes, right?
I don't remember Philip Payton being in the Black Fortunes. I learned about Philip Payton, through my own research. I don't think he was in Black Fortune.
I want to say they talked about him when it came to the sister who was from Philly, but was doing SW work in New York and got the white man strung out.
All right, I forgot that part of the book. Now I gotta go back and reread the book because
I think,
Kamari got the extended version or something. He got a different version. He got the
no, not at all.
He got the extendo.
yeah. What kind of version he got? He got
All right, your average logical thinker's in the building. What up? What up? What up?
Hey, what's going on?
We ain't seen you in a minute. We missed you. All right, so whoa, that's so unfortunate because they're going to sell that house for millions. Maybe.
Yeah, they're going. Yeah,
Maybe in Brooklyn. I wonder what part of Brooklyn it's in, but yeah. Ms. Edie says he has fabulous attorney. Prayerfully, that home won't be lost.
Oh,
Right?
okay, cool. I mean, well, listen, he got some folks on the job, man, and I hope that the media attention helps him out too, because
Yeah, you would think the city, if they're truly working for the people, wouldn't let this man be robbed by this.
Yeah, what city work for the people?
I said they should. I'm talking about in theory.
I'm about to say that's all theory because it never worked that way in real life.
Well, it's supposed to. Listen,
I think I look at it different.
It could work that way.
I look at it different. They do work for the people. The question is, what people?
The collective, the people.
Yeah. For the
No, listen. Some of them work for the people. It's their people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not the people. That's their people. You even said it. There's a difference.
But that's why I said they work for people. It just depends upon which people.
Yeah, they work for people who pay political donations. That's what they work for. All right, your average logical thinker says, sorry, I'm late. No need to be sorry. We all busy. But does he still have a chance to save the house? It sounds like he does.
Hopefully.
Sounds like he does.
What's MCTLA?
I'm sure it's something technical.
Yeah, MCTLA. I'm just trying to figure out what that is. Courtney be talking above my pay grade.
Yeah, she's smart. That's why she's the president of the barristers, by the way. Shout out to Courtney.
Yeah, I got my pictures up. I got some nice pictures from yesterday.
Where they at? You were supposed to send them to me. Jimmy be hogging pictures, y'all.
And y'all ain't right because nobody said a damn thing to me.
Courtney did. I didn't know. Listen, Courtney put it in the chat. Like, yo, this is going on. We just
y'all put it in the wrong place. Like, send me a text message because I don't. You
in the chat.
I'm in the chat, but you know I'm not in the chat.
I'm in the chat, but you know I'm not in the chat.
Oh, you gotta add me. If you don't add me, I'm not looking at no chats, man. If it's not add, you gotta add.
Court put the bat signal up, and I was like, all right, so you know what I'm saying? Like that's
listen. If I seen the bats again, I would have been there. But you gotta add me, Courtney. You gotta add me.
By the way,
go ahead. I see what's coming. Go ahead.
It's not slander. I was going to tell you about something else, man. I had a moment this morning as I was sitting there and I was looking at the Denzel and Spike Lee movie just came out today.
Oh yeah, everybody go see that.
And I had a moment because I was looking through the messages. That was one of the last conversations I had with Tracy was about us going as a collective to see that movie. So it kind of effed me up a little bit this morning.
And you know what's crazy? She definitely been all about that too. By the way, that's our sister Courtney, her homegirl, Latasha, both lawyers, both back attorneys, both members of the barristers, celebrating the renaming of the 5300 block of Girard Avenue. So they out there representing black attorneys in Philly, y'all. So shout outs to them.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should go see it, but Courtney done jumped on a plane, so you know what I'm saying? Like
we can still go see it.
Yeah, we can see it when she get back.
And Courtney said you said her name wrong. Her name is
Lakeisha. Okay, Lakeisha. Thank you. I know who she is, but yeah.
Lakeisha.
I just said that. Lakeisha. Say her name. Say her
name.
Yeah,
we're just correcting you. We want to make sure we get it correct for the record.
You always want to correct me, Jimmy.
Listen, you told me that you said if I mess up to correct you, do not let you say anything crazy. So I'm just,
All right, Philip Ayton Jr. was the father of Harlem due to his real estate acumen and renting properties, and him saying, "Y'all folks can't come to the cookout."
Yo, by the way,
what it's really about.
No, I think that's dope though. Philip Payton is a dope name that most people don't know of. So for those that are watching this that have never heard of Philip Payton, go do your Googles. There's a YouTube video, a couple good YouTube videos on him too. But he was definitely a beast.
It's a documentary on my man.
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Kamari earlier about this specific show, and one of the things I was sharing with him is, and Courtney, I got to get your perspective on this too. Because I want to know, and maybe we could have this in another time. But I was talking to him about certain vacant land and how to get a vacant land in service. So I needed some tax advice or some legal advice and how you can possibly do that. So, Cora, what I was telling him is a lot of times, like, so I own pieces of vacant land. I'm like, and I was telling him that I have expenses on those holding costs, such as in Philadelphia, there's a stormwater runoff. So every month you got to pay a water bill, whether you have service to the property or not.
I know about that.
Then there's
taxes.
Then there's real estate taxes, right? Also, I got to pay to make sure that I maintain it in terms of not having overgrown weeds, because I just got smacked with that on something too. But so I was telling him there's holding costs, and I was like, how do you get to the point where you can write off holding costs? And Kamari was telling me the property has to be in service, right? The term in service. So I want to know, does anybody have a way to get a property in service that's nothing but a piece of ground? That's my question. And I'm putting it out there because maybe somebody has an idea that I haven't thought of.
Get it. Jim,
Jim,
go get a license, turn it into a parking lot.
Yeah, but that's the other part, right? Like, to do certain things on there require zoning, right? Zoning is an issue, and permission in terms of permits or whatever you may need. But zoning is a major issue. Zoning is a major issue.
But here's the thing now, right? To me, the big picture thing is to get in service, figure out which way it is, and then figure out the easiest way to do it. Because I know that's where you're at now. The easiest way to do it, like without a whole bunch of red tape, a whole bunch of licenses, a whole bunch of registration. And I'm with it. I said, let's buy a piece of property and let's buy it from it.
So Corey, that's what he said. He said, do a pod from it. So if y'all see me pull up in the middle of Philadelphia with a vacant lot and I'm shooting a podcast, it's because my tax professional told me that it's beneficial for me to do so.
And listen, we can charge for admission, right? So now it's in service.
Yo, clear it off, and I'll sit there and I'll play chess all day. I'll play chess and cards all day. You laughing? I'll have community days out of that joint all day.
So my tax guy. So if I say, look, I charge him $1 rent so he can play chess there all day. Is that in service?
Well, not $1 rent because Courtney, you can tell me this better. It's not market rate, and so that might get pushed back from the IRS.
All right, so what's market rate for a day's rent, right? So I take the average of the month and then trickle it down to 1 day.
You would have to do a survey to see what property, like kind of property, will charge similar rent in the same area. Listen, it could be $1. You just got to be able to substantiate it, basically being proven.
I'm just trying to do a handshake, trading places, dollar type. Jump,
yeah.
I want to be like Mortimer and them, man. Charge him $1 rent.
Mortimer, we're back.
So charge him $1 rent. Now it's in service, so now all those other costs become tax deductions. Is that what we saying?
In theory, but the application might be a little bit different.
Kamari about to have me in bracelets like Wesley Snipes.
I would never have you in bracelets. Listen, there is no difference from you buying a lot and renting it out, or you buying a piece of property that's already constructed and renting it out. In theory, it's the same thing.
All right, so now let's get real slick though. Let's see this. Could I, in theory, right, have one LLC who owns the lot rent it out to another one of my LLCs, right? For
God,
I
did these all the time.
I want to sell t-shirts. I want to sell t-shirts 1 day out of the month.
You want to sell t-shirts 1 day out of the month? Sure. But no, I wouldn't do the whole one LLC owns it to the selling it to or renting it to the other LLC, because there's a such thing as called an arm's length transaction. Wow. Courtney, we need you back. You got me talking law.
I understand what an arm's length transaction is, right? I'm just asking.
No, but the audience doesn't, and I never want to do a disservice to the audience.
I respect that. I'm just trying to figure out, like little nuances, how to get something in service. That's the question. Maybe if somebody has an answer for me in the chat, and anybody got any ideas how you could take a vacant lot and put it in service, that's all I want to know. So Don says, what if you turned it into a community park, grow the grass, and just sit some benches in there? That's what kind of Corey was talking about. Let people play a little bit of chess. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'll think about that, man. But real estate is an interesting thing. I hope this gentleman, getting back to the original story, finds a way to get his property back, because y'all basically stole his time and energy. He worked his entire life to pay it off, and y'all just stole it.
And that's the gangster part. Like they don't care how much time and energy you put in that joint. They play snatchies.
Yeah, the concept of land is wild because it's so much more than like just a monetary thing. It's literally someone's work. You know what I mean? So I say that to say when your auntie or your granny leave you a property, do whatever you can to save it. Call a professional, because I see too many people who don't want to call a professional because they know somebody that did something. You know,
no. Let's call it what it is. They cheap and they don't want to spend no money. That's why they don't want to call a professional.
But I'm bringing this up because
it's
a lot
not
of times
as simple as that sometimes, because there are people that spend money, right, and would spend the money, but then you got 8 or 9 people or 3 or 4 people and 2 or 3 people don't like each other, and then like it's just so many variables in it.
Yeah, Corey talking from experience right there.
You ain't never lied, bro.
Yeah, I heard the trauma. I heard the trauma in his voice.
Listen, when you talk about these estates that's got multiple people that are the executor, or man, it gets wicked. It gets wicked.
I personally, by the way, my family, I lost out on $1 million worth of real estate because I had family members who didn't want to sign it over to me because I quote, one of my aunts quote, and I ain't gonna put her out there like that by saying her name because I have multiple aunts. One of my aunts quote told me, "Why should you benefit from this?"
That's nasty work.
Told me that. May she rest in peace, because you know, it is what it is. But she told me that. She literally told me that.
Damn, I want to ask another question now, but I can't. So I have to ask you off air, Jimmy.
She told me that, and land that my grandfather was a military gentleman, Navy, served in the Navy, worked his life, is just gone, and now belongs to other folks.
So here's the thing, right? And I'm gonna share a little bit of inside baseball for us. Like, let's say if me, Corey, and Jimmy have a conflict, right? And Jimmy came up with this, or Corey came up, I'm not sure. The way we solve the conflict is, how does it benefit the community? Put everything aside.
Every time.
Put everything aside, right? Because you know we all can argue with the best and we can toss it up, but at the end of the day, we got to be productive, and a decision needs to be made. How does the community benefit from this? And that will decide it, and it's usually pretty clear. And so I say all that, Jimmy. I wonder if your aunt would have thought about what would your grandmother and grandfather want.
So I think it's one of those things, right, where ego, right, and also
I know, but that's why I'm asking the question. If she would have thought to herself, what would her parents want to happen to this property? That question would have never probably came up in my mind.
Probably not, right?
Yeah. That question that question never comes up.
Right.
But there's another part, right? And it's something that I was telling you. So I was watching a podcast, right? The podcast is Kosher Money.
No. We gotta say it for another pod.
Okay, all right. No, I was just telling you, but this is that's really the answer to what you were saying, right? It's really about values. But and by the way, they have a lot of podcasts and there's a lot of information on there. But I'll save that for another video. But what I'm saying is just to talk around that.
They are guiding principles.
It's not just that. It's just that when it comes to family stuff, sometimes gets nasty because of the emotional part of it. Because I've had elders who are like great aunts or grandparents, and like the next generation above me looks at me like, well, that's your grand, that's not your, that's my mom, or that's my, you know what I'm saying? Like, it gets nasty with family sometimes, and family can be completely nasty, bro.
It can only get nasty with family like that because those are the only people that you wouldn't retaliate against with the full force. You know what I mean? Because only family could do something like that to you.
So I mean, it's funny. My grandmother owned a property back Brickyard. For everybody who's not from Philly, that's a section of Germantown.
Uptown.
I would call it Uptown. That a lot of people that I spend a lot of time in. My grandmother died. My uncle took it over. Then my uncle's heirs didn't want to do anything with it. And then somehow my aunts and my cousin got involved and it got sold the sheriff's sale. And I'm like, Dag, if we just would have talked, we could have figured something out. My grandmother had 13 brothers and sisters. She had 10 children. There's thousands, or let's say hundreds, I don't want to over exaggerate, but there's hundreds of cousins. We could have put up $10 a piece and saved the property.
Yeah.
It could have been just that simple, but a simple conversation goes a long way.
And it's funny, right? Because we're talking about dense property because we're from Philadelphia. We're in a big city. But I hear so many like just from friends and family, even people in the village who have told me how they have family down south where the land is a lot more, sparse, where they're
They
losing.
got acres.
Yeah, like yo, my family lost like 5 acres because my two aunts couldn't agree. Like I hear these stories all the time, right? So I think that this gentleman's story gives us an opportunity to have a conversation about like it's one thing to acquire assets, and we often talk about acquiring assets and how to use those assets to provide for your family and just to have something. But the other part is protecting those assets when you get them.
Protection and maintenance.
I'm not talking about running plays or I'm not talking about trust. I'm talking about just making sure your paperwork is straight and that you have a plan with those assets. I'm just talking about those kind of things.
This is a functional finance conversation. No run the plays allowed.
Yeah.
No
So
run the plays allowed.
the thing about that is, right, so on both sides of the family, this sort of happened. So my aunt used to have the job of, she used to be a liaison to Africa. I'll just say that. I'll say this. She was in the building when Gaddafi got captured. So she had multiple properties, XYZ. And she left them to my dad as she didn't trust her children. And he gave them to her children, but they gave him nothing. Like, because they were supposed to like buy it from him. And, basically they were living in the properties. They were supposed to pay him rent until they bought them. Because she left them to him because she didn't trust them to take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
So he turned over the deed, but they were supposed to pay him. They hammered out a contract. This wasn't no, handshake deal. And then they reneged on the deal. And so he was stuck in the position of putting his nephews on the street or taking the deal, you know what I mean? Or taking that deal to court. And they just put him in a real terrible, terrible position. And knowing that my dad is a pastor, they know he wasn't going to choose the option of putting them on the street. So they really just took advantage of my pop. But I told my pop from the rip, that's why she left it to you.
So that's the thing. That's why I said family situations are tough, bro. Like family, when it comes to family and money, things just get crazy, man. Things get crazy. That's why, like, it's important to have concrete plans, put stuff in writing, put stuff on video. Like, make sure that your wishes, and even then, right? Another personal story. So, I had a grandfather that I was extremely close with who left me some chicken, and I felt bad for like some of my cousins.
My granddaddy left me some chicken.
Listen, I felt bad for some of my cousins who didn't get left chicken. And I let somebody in my family talk me into giving a piece of my chickens to my cousin. Like, yo, you should share that with them. And I did it. And one of my cousins literally just took it to the bar and blew all the chicken I gave him. Right.
You can't get mad at that though, because you can't tell nobody what to do.
I can't. I can't. But
you can, because he disrespected the legacy that his grandfather built.
Once you give somebody something that's theirs.
I don't disagree with you, Corey, but what I was saying is, in retrospect, I probably should never have gave any of the money anyway. I was young and impressionable. My grandfather passed, and I let some elders in my family talk me into it. Right? I didn't respect his wishes. It was a reason that he left it to me and not them.
Yep.
Right? Because the money that he left me, I still got it to this day. And that you talking about, it is what like the 90s. Like I didn't spend it yet. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, it was. Sometimes when people pass and they leave things and we're generous, it's a reason, like you said with your situation, it's a reason they left it to your father, right?
Yeah.
It was a reason that he chose me.
Yeah.
And I kind of like, in the way I look at it now, is like, damn, I kind of disrespected that. It was a reason he chose me, and it played itself out once I shared that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I got so many like traumatizing personal finance stories, which is why
we all do.
Which is why this space is so important to me to have these conversations, because a lot of times it's not about my successes, it's about my failures. And I got a number of them, by the way, but wins and losses, or whatever Meek said. You know what I mean? That's what it's about, So I got plenty of wins too, but I ain't here to talk about the wins. I'm here to tell you about how I effed up. because those are the ones that bother me.
The losses teach so many lessons. Like,
yeah.
All right, so I want to tell y'all about a loss. About a loss I'm going through right now.
Okay.
So look at this.
What you dealing with?
Look at this.
What's her name? How many months?
Whoa, easy.
Yo, the boy be slandering me like that. What
No.
the fuck? People just say, oh, easy.
Go ahead, man. Play the video, yo.
Next thing you're gonna say is that she was an SW I was paying off.
Oh, I mean, listen, that's your business. If you're an adult, if that's what you want to do with your money.
Slow down, Jim. Slow
But
down.
now, as a tax professional, you should figure out a way to write that off too.
No,
No, that's a personal entanglement, man. That's a personal entanglement. That's why a lot of people go to jail because they be trying to
Hey,
write
listen,
off.
you want our numbers to go up? Figure out a way to tell people how to. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Figure out how to lie to the people like the rest of these
I didn't say anything about lying.
I got you.
I didn't say about lying. Legitimately.
How is that legitimate?
I don't know if it's legit. I'm asking you, how do you make it legitimate? How do you legitimately following the rules, following the law? Listen, bro, it's a dude. I ain't gonna say his name.
If there was a transaction, that is a business expense.
It's one gentleman. It was one gentleman. I don't know his name. He's a brother too, but he pops up on my timeline, whether I'm on IG, Facebook, and he be having some of the wildest tax joints. Like he be like, "I'm gonna show you how to write off." It's just the wild. I don't know the brother's name. I can't remember his name, so doesn't matter. Kamari probably know who I'm talking about too.
I don't, but he probably lies. So
I'm gonna send next time he pops up. If I open my phone now, I'll probably pop up. I'll send you his video because you probably know him because all y'all accountants be knowing each other.
The problem is though, there's so many people lying out here, and people just believe everything that they say. People just make stuff up. Like the one thing that's really wild right now is you'll see the trend that pops up. Somebody talks about something that gets traction. They're like, oh, that's getting traction. I'm going to hop on it and talk about it too. Ain't got no context for it, no new information. They just try to make it as salacious as possible.
I'm trying to think of the boy. It's somebody advisor, but I'll send it to you next time it pops up. But he pops up on my page every day, and I'm like, yo, there's no way this is legit.
I mean, listen, there are some wild things that could be seen as not taxable or not a tax expense, and they are, right? But the question is, can you defend against it in an audit, right? So most people can't do that S word, substantiate, meaning prove that they actually brought something. They just followed somebody on TikTok or Tax IG or wherever, and they just make it up. They just make it up.
Boy be like, and he hit you with the joint arrow will hit you with. I'm getting ready to tell you a secret the IRS doesn't want you to know.
And here's the thing about that, right? Which I find utterly hilarious. Maybe I'll start doing it myself. But all the IRS, all the tax code is public information. Anybody can Google it, right? So there are no secrets, right? That's why it drives me crazy when people are like this loophole. I just got this new loophole. So people don't understand what loophole, right? Right. And it's not being necessarily used. So what a loophole is something that was you or created, and then you find a different way to do it for what it was not intended to do. One thing I would say is a loophole is backdoor Roths. That was not what they were intended for, but that's how they started to use them, and it works and it's legal.
Shout out to the backdoor Roth, dog.
Yeah, and they're powerful. Everybody should backdoor off, right? But again, there's not many things that are truly loopholes. But
So Kamari is saying all that to say he hasn't figured out yet how to write those off for those looking for that information.
No.
So Don says, "What if it's part of your mental health treatment?"
All right, so here it is.
If you get a doctor's note,
right? A doctor has to subscribe that.
You got to get a doctor's note.
Now, do you mean a medical doctor or someone like Dr. Dre? Like if it's like
a medical doctor, or
all right, no, I'm just asking.
Or a psychologist, because they're doctors too.
Oh, okay.
Right. So it just depends. It just depends. But
all right, now go show what you got going on in your landlord. Me and you both got. Listen, bro. I got
Landlord Chronicles making some progress. Finally getting the tree down. All right. But now I got one more problem. I need your help with this one. This is the big problem. All right, so I got a problem with this. This ain't stable. So if anybody knows anybody that does construction work, cement work, stucco work, I'd be really appreciative. Send them my way. I need a referral, y'all. I'll be out later.
You need a brick mason.
I just sent him. I sent him one. I sent him. I sent him my guy.
All right, so that's part one. That's part one.
Side note, Corey, I'm gonna tell you something real fast. Kamari disrespected me when I sent him my Mason guy, because you know what the first question he asked me was?
I did not disrespect.
What question did you ask me?
Let me finish my story, sir.
All right, go ahead, finish your story. Finish your story.
Blabberskating for a minute, please.
Go ahead.
This is where we're at now. So that joint got knocked over. So my tenant texted me this morning to say, my grandbaby was pulling on the wall and pulled herself up, and then this tumbled down. So it's like, damn. It's like, I can't get a break. And between the trees and renovations and everything, I'm broke, baby.
Hey, man. Hey, welcome to landlord life. But Corey, he disrespected me, man. I sent him my Mason guy, man. Kamari, tell him the first question you asked me, man.
Can we give context, please? Since you want to slander, because that's what you're trying to do.
I'm not trying to slander you. I just felt
you do it effortlessly.
It was a disrespectful question. I told him, I said, I have a guy, and he's the guy. He's amazing. And first of all, someone asked me for an electrician too. It's only like two of the trades that I would recommend somebody, because most contractors in the city of Philadelphia are straight bums. Let's just be honest, right there.
Damn.
But there are a couple folks who are good folks. Like, so my cement guy, he's pretty good, right? So I got a cement guy, roofer, electrician. But so I sent him my cement guy, Corey. First question is, he gonna ask me, is he your brother? That's disrespectful to ask me that. That's disrespectful to ask me that.
All right, so my turn. So I asked him that because from that video I just shared, I got a lot of referrals, and a lot of them were not people of melanin creation or melanin.
Asking me though.
Listen, I would think people wouldn't even send me that, so I'm just asking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you're asking me.
But you know what, Jim? You know what, Jim? I'm gonna get out of my ego and I'm gonna apologize to you, brother. I humbly apologize for disrespecting your integrity. Please accept my apology.
Oh, it's all good.
Because
What's this time stamp? What's this time stamp?
Because my thing is, he would have led off with that if he wasn't.
Yes, that's true too, Core. But the other part is,
that's the thing is that's the main thing.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. One of the reasons that I still love real estate is because real estate is, out of everything I do, right? And I do a lot of stuff. Real estate, one of the reasons it's like a core part of my life is because it actually allows me to employ people that look like me, right? I could make money trading options. I'm not really helping anybody else, but if I go do a flip and I hire a black electrician, a black roofer, a black plumber, you know what I'm saying, a black attorney, a black architect, that's different than me going to go trade a couple options, right? So, and I take pride in that, by the way.
Don, who was using Afterpay for SWs?
Don said that's not what he's doing. He's using Klarna.
Same idea. Same idea.
That is madness.
All right, people write off SW transaction sheets. What do you write off as an extracurricular? LOL, that's nasty, bro. Oh, Lord, here we go.
Consultation, man.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, listen, consultant.
It's a consultant.
Okay.
Hey, listen, write it off as a consultant. You don't got to say what they was consulting for.
Until the IRS comes in and wants to know, because they want to.
That's why you got to have an EA on your team.
That's why I'm telling you, cut the bullshit, y'all.
So now, what if your SW gets a real estate license and or some sort of professional license?
I will give them a referral as a therapist. Yeah, I mean, because a lot of those.
Why do you need a therapist?
No, listen. I know a lot of dudes who go to a strip club and don't do nothing but talk to the women. They should be getting paid. They're getting paid for therapy. They're therapists.
All right, Don Johnson says SWs are tax deductions if used for mental health treatment. Oh God, did you and Corey team up to figure this out?
Yeah, what movie was that? It was one of them old school movies, right? Where dude was like,
Wolf of Wall Street.
No. When Bull was selling, I think it was Mary Jane, and he was selling the bong, but the weed came free. It was one of them old school movies. So a situation like that, right? Where anyway, I'm sorry. We're gonna figure this out though.
Oh, no. All right, passes in the building. What up?
What's up, Pass? What up, Pass?
All right, Pastor says, find a people thirsty enough and bring them water, and vodka will look the same. And when the vodka is free, the water is expensive.
Ooh.
Pastor is always dropping bars.
Hey,
Thank you.
hey, Pass, how you like that 407, Pass? Because this thing is phenomenal, but I digress.
All right. Miss Lorraine said, looks like a car ran into the house. No, it wasn't. So there was a problem with it. And that was actually light work. It wasn't stable. I'm glad the baby didn't get hurt for multiple reasons. All right, Big Pat. All right, so I see what you said. Kamari, if you don't knock those loose, Kamari says, if you don't knock those loose bricks out, watch YouTube University and put it back up yourself. No. So I would love to do that. Like, I want to actually build a fire pit in my backyard for barbecuing. I still might do that, but I refuse to do any real work on these rental properties. And I'm gonna tell you why. One, I was raised up doing them, so I can actually do this. If I can paint, I can hang rock, I can do light plumbing, I can do light electrical. But what I find is, since I don't do this, I've lost a lot of those skills and know-how, and I don't have to have tools. And then I lose more time, which means I lose more money doing this stuff. I'd rather just pay a professional at this point. Sorry.
You actually, yeah. Sometimes, to answer that question, Big Pat, I don't do any of that stuff because I find it to be like literally, it will cost me money to try to do things myself. My time is more valuable than spent painting or hanging sheetrock. I ain't doing none of that. I make more money by paying somebody to do it, and I can go do the other things I do to make money.
Now I will in the pinch. It's got to be a pinch. Like, and I will put the documents up there. Like, I had a water leak. It's like, boom, cut that off. Replace the hose.
I'm doing.
It was real quick. Well, it was, for me, it was flood or not flood. So I did it because I knew how to do it. And I knew I could do it faster than I can get a plumber out. So in those cases, yes. But everything else, no. I'm not doing nothing.
I am doing hot dog pause because I'm doing Nathan at all. I'm not changing. I'm not changing a light bulb.
All right, so Jarrell says, consultant man funny, best $40 consultant ever. Y'all are bugging.
It's the way the ball bounces, G.
Oh Lord, y'all are bugging.
Yo, what is the superior asset? A share of BRKA stock or land/real estate of equal value?
So it's funny, we have an episode coming up about that exact thing.
So to answer the question though shortly is it sounds like a cop-out answer is it depends, right? Because again, I just gave you a perspective of me. One of the reasons why I like to have land or real estate is because it allows me to hire people. That BRKA asset doesn't allow me to put anybody to work. It doesn't allow me to hire a black electrician, a black plumber, black roofer, black architect, black appraiser. You know what I'm saying? So
well,
no. Go ahead, push back all you want to. That share is not going to allow me to do that.
Sell it and you invest into your real estate business.
But he's saying either or.
Adding some dimension to it, right? You can hire some people.
Yeah, but you're saying do the other thing. You're literally saying get rid of the stock. You're literally saying get rid of the stock to do real estate.
It don't pay no dividends. So it's just pure appreciation.
No, I'm saying straight sell it. Just sell it. What is it? 600,000? By the way,
$700K. It's the same as selling a house.
But again, it all depends. If I had a $600,000 or a $700,000 house, first of all, if I had a $600,000-$700,000 house, it would more than likely be a multifamily, right? You know, I was getting ready to say something, but I told my brother I would stop putting him on a platter. So I'm not gonna say what I was getting ready to say. So what I'll say is this: more than likely, if it's the value of a BRKA stock, is going to be an apartment building, right? So an apartment building is going to give me the opportunity to now I hire a maintenance man. I'm hiring, I can literally hire a staff. So I'm employing my people. But again, if I'm in the space where I don't care about that and I just want to have an asset and I just want to, be a digital nomad, and I probably will want the BRKA stock. So it really depends. There's no right or wrong answer. It's what is your goal?
Can somebody real quick in the chat help us out? Let us know what the value, the price is of a BRKA stock. Put that in the chat for us, please.
We looked that up last week. It's like $697.
Yeah, but the price changes every day.
Changes week to week. Yeah, every day. Yeah,
every day. So
it might be 8 today, or it might be 5 today.
Right. So somebody put that in the chat for us, please. Appreciate you. All right. Don says, can an SW be tax exempt? Oh, Lord. If they're members of the church. Don.
Hey,
Don.
I mean,
you could arguably say that there are some SWs already in the church, but I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that.
that's what she said. All right, Pat says, I love the full. Listen, Pat, I got the blue joint right here. Although I got a great case on it, but it's definitely the best one yet, man. I'm amazed. I'm amazed by it. It's the best. It's the best piece of technology I've ever had in anything.
New Ramen, thank you.
Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat.
Thank you. That's a beautiful citizen right there. Appreciate you.
717 bands.
Ooh. Wait a minute. What would y'all do? What would y'all do with 717 bands right now? Jeez.
Leave it in the BRKA and just mind my business.
Just let it grow, huh? Let it stay. I don't know, man. I might sell.
Why?
Just to travel around the world.
So the question is, if it the sell to do what? Is it do is to reinvest it? You just want to spend the chicken?
To travel around the world. I will become a digital nomad. I might move to where was somebody telling? Oh, I might move to Thailand.
700 bands?
They said it's so cheap up there, and a client was talking about it. That's all he talks about.
I mean, 700 bands. No, let me shut up.
What? Say it. Say it.
No, it's all good.
There we go. Holding back. But listen, what would y'all do if y'all had 700,000? Forget 717. What would you do if you had 700,000 right now?
Be on here talking with y'all?
Yeah, same thing, man. I've actually had that amount of money. I ain't do nothing different.
Whoa, the 52-week high is 812, almost 813. Wow, that's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. All right. So I want to play that video one more time before we get out of here.
Oh, which one, dog?
The main topic, sir.
Okay, all right. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, you forced us to ask that question.
You made Miss Edie jump off the line.
In the middle of the night, this is what the Brown family in Brooklyn woke up to. Strangers using power tools to try to get into their home, only to find out later those strangers had a legal right to be there. Back in 2019, Brown had just finished paying off the mortgage, but says he didn't know he had an unpaid water bill for $5,000.
I would pay it with no problem.
Here's what the city does with larger unpaid tax and water bills. The city sells the unpaid bills to what's called a trust, which is a group of investors. It's then up to those investors to collect the money with interest. If the balance isn't paid, the home can go into foreclosure and be bought at auction. That's what happened to Mr. Brown. The city and the trust said they sent him warning notices, but Brown says he did not receive them. He owns a 3-story home and rents out the 2 lower units to other families.
It's rough. It's tough. I cannot eat. I cannot drink. I cannot sleep. I cannot stay at the house.
That was your...
So that's like super wild, man. My heart goes out to this man. Worked 7 days a week for over 20 years to pay off his $800,000 house.
Yeah, shout the old head, man.
Yeah. I mean, listen, how many people, and there are a lot, but how many people have the dedication to get up and go to work every day, pay off their bills religiously? I bet he probably ain't got no other bills that are behind.
Probably
That's
not.
my bet. That's my bet. Like, I'm betting he's probably diligent about all his money.
Yo, brother looked like he was a West Indian brother too, and I say
You
that.
can hear it. You can hear it.
No, I say that to say like the folks that I know, like friends and people I know from the West End, they don't play about their chicken, dog. They super savers, and they don't play around with debt either.
They don't like own nobody either.
Yeah, man.
In my experience.
That's my experience too. We got the same experience. They don't play them games.
All right. So Pastor says employing people brings headaches. Employing capital brings capital.
That's possible, right? But again, I'm speaking from the standpoint of employing people does bring headaches, but it also brings joy too. When I've literally helped people's business to grow and seen them be able to put their kid like it's a thing. So it's deeper than just. That's why I said it depends. It's deeper than just not having a headache, because I'm helping to build like this. It's a community thing for me.
All right, Dot Johnson says having 700,000 won't change a thing for him.
Talk to him, Don.
All
Talk
right,
to him.
Jarrell said he getting 3 Bitcoins. I know Jimmy's excited about that. By the way, somebody put the price of Bitcoin in the chat, please.
Kamari, all I'm gonna say is Tupac Shakur is back. For those that are in the village, you already know I dropped 2 pods this week. I dropped one on real estate and I dropped one on Bitcoin. The only things I actually care about. You know what I mean? So check those out. They're public now. At this point, they're on a YouTube channel too. And the audio podcast is out. But the village had it earlier in the week. You know what I'm saying? I got more coming this upcoming week. You know, so I'm back shooting content. I got out of my rut. And you know, so be on the lookout, man.
So Miss Edie says, I didn't run her away. She says, I'm here just listening. I didn't leave.
I'm just saying, man, you know, you came out of pocket out of left field with that one, but
I come out of left field. It is Freedom Fridays.
It is Freedom Friday, but it wasn't just that. It's the way you like you.
Shout out to the Cuddy and Nate gang.
Usually you have a segue or something, like such and such property.
There was no setup.
Yeah,
I'm like the dream, baby. We don't need no hooks for this shit. Big Papo says if I had 700K, I will buy enough real estate properties to cover my expenses, and I will travel the world. Okay, he must be on my type vibe. All right, Pastor says I'd rather make the money and then donate. Oh, that's a perspective. That's a perspective. All right, Bitcoin right now is $117,741.
Yeah. So I get that idea that make the money and donate, but you can do both. Like I just think like employing people is probably one of the more revolutionary acts that you can do. Is helping people put food on their family, not just giving away money, but literally allowing people to, you know, what us in Bitcoin that they call proof of work, right? Allowing people to have a sustainable business, because those are the people that employ people in the community. My contractors that I use, all of them hire people that, you know, they feed. So, you know,
I'm mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. All right, so don't forget the Bitcoin giveaway. We have to figure out what our hashtag is going to be. Anybody have any ideas? Any suggestions? Throw them in the chat.
Jarrell, they're in there. It's under the banner. It was there earlier the week. It was there. You watched it on YouTube. That joint was there Monday, bro. Yeah, it was there Monday.
Okay. All right. Lawrence is here. The finance brio's here. All right. I like investments over the pointless stress of rental properties. So I wouldn't call it pointless, but I get what you're saying.
No, it can be.
Lawrence is an accountant. He's an ROI guy, so I know exactly where he's coming from.
No, it can be stressful at times, right? But it all depends. It also could be not stressful. I have properties that I haven't had stress over. I got tenants that's been there close to 25, 30 years. There's no stress at all. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. I get paid every month, and life is good, right? So, but now on the flip side, have I had stressful stuff?
Yeah. Jimmy was cussing it. Listen, Jimmy don't cuss that much, y'all. He talk almost every day. This dude was cussing like a sailor a couple hours ago. He was heated.
Oh no, I got beef with one of my tenants. We got beef, but you know, I listen, man. I got an original Jewish attorney that's on. You know, the original. You know, by the way, man, I was in Upper Darby last week looking at a property, and I'm coming down the road. I'm at a light, and you know who ran up on me in the light, y'all? Nah. I don't know if Jamil's here, but Jamil will get a kick out of this. So I'm at a light in Upper Darby. I'm going to this property. As soon as I get to the light, these brothers pull up on me. Hold up, let me see if y'all can see this.
Bring it back, yeah. The truth about slavery.
You know who this is, right? I'm gonna show you the back of the pamphlet.
Those who will not be named.
Yo, for those, if you from the big city, you know exactly who this is. They ran up on me at the light and was like, "You got to learn the truth about our people." I said, "Oh, do I?" And I was like, "All right," but the light changed. They was like, "Well, take this with you, brother." So yeah, this is who ran up on me. Corey, you know who these folks are, right?
Yes, I know them intimately.
Yeah.
Not that they're me, but I know those. You know what I mean? I wrote about them in our book.
In all purple, they was in all purple up in Upper Darby, running up on folks, man. So
damn. They dedicated. Those are dedicated ones.
Oh yeah, they wasn't playing no games. I say all that to say this though. I do got a tenant I got beef with right now, but it's gonna get handled though. And even that allows me to hire a brother that's an attorney, and it's not gonna be no problem though, because again, those things build up over time. And I look at rental properties almost like miners. This is my Bitcoin teaching, right? All my rental properties are minors. What do? They buy me sats. They buy me stock. But anyway, so glad it's people like you, Jimmy, because I ain't one of them. People get on my nerves. Listen, I get it. I totally get that, Pass. Everything ain't for everybody.
I'm going to the Church of Eubanks.
No, you're not. You're not though. You're not though. Kamari loves the game more than me, man. You like Mitch out there in the real estate game. You're like, I love the game.
Why are you lying on me, man?
You're not, bro. You're not. You're not. Because every time I come to you and I'll be like, yo, I'm gonna sell everything. No, you gotta look. Listen, you like
no. So let's be clear. Let's be clear, right? I wouldn't advise anybody to sell anything right now, especially in Philadelphia, because we are blowing. And then there's other things being talked about. I don't know if you want to talk about it, but Jimmy says, I'll say this: he feels Philadelphia is underpriced, right? Is. So those two things, plus the tax burden, is not worth it.
So I'll say this. Go watch the latest episode of the Philly Real Home Report, brought to you by yours truly, where I go over the numbers in terms of what's going on. But fact of the matter is like, that's why I'm not one of these people who say you got to have 600 doors or 700 doors. If you get a couple pieces of property in this city, right, and you manage them fairly well, it's you're gonna be a millionaire easily.
Oh, here we go. Stop it, Jarrell. Stop it.
Yeah, talk to him, Jarrell. That's it. That's a Mari, money making Mari. You got it.
By the way, Jarrell, I really found that question you asked in the village the other day. Jarrell was asking about accounting methods, right? I never see anybody asked about that.
I saw that and I was going to respond, but that's your thing.
And so Jarrell was asking about accrual accounting versus cash method and which way is better. So I'm wondering if, Jarrell, are you thinking about starting a business or have you started a business? I'm really interested to know that question. So throw that in the chat for us. All right, and Jarrell knows those are not the 5%ers.
No,
those
man.
are not the principles of Clarence 13X.
No, these ain't the 5. Where's Jamil at, man? Jamil know who these are, man. Jamil know these folks.
Jamil with a $40 date.
The Hebrew.
Hey, all right, yeah. These, I was gonna let Jamil say it, but it is what it is, man. These the brothers that the brothers always talk about Deuteronomy. That's their favorite joint, Deuteronomy.
I guess. All right, so we got a couple suggestions today for the hashtag. We got water bill. I think I saw redemption. I saw tax lien.
Oh, so Jamil is here. Jamil, did you see what I just showed the audience, Jamil? Let me know if you saw that.
We got unpaid water bill. All right. Okay. So let us know what the hashtag is going to be. What do y'all got? Jimmy, what you got? Corey, what you got?
I like unpaid water bill. I like hashtag water bill. Maybe that's the shorter. Let's go the shorter one.
I don't know about unpaid.
Let's go the shorter one. Yo, Jamil is wild, yo. He called them the Power Rangers.
Oh wow.
If you see how they be dressed, that's why that's funny.
Yeah. All right, what is this Genius Act coming? What is this Genius Act video coming? And REITs versus titles and deeds.
So here's the thing.
Damn, Jamil got a great memory.
Yeah, he's executive producer, and I appreciate that. The Genius Act vid will probably come after the REITs versus titles and deeds, because the REITs versus titles and deeds, I've already started writing that. So that's pretty much done.
Well, that's not supposed to be a presentation, sir. That was a conversation between you and I.
Well, I mean, I put it into a presentation. I thought that the point is, but he asked for a class. He wanted a presentation on
Yeah, but it was supposed to be, because I was my question. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Do I want more bricks, real estate bricks, obviously, or do I want more?
Watch what you say on the air.
Do I want more shares, stock shares, electronic ones?
Hey, I'm hit you with a Kamari John. Do both of them.
Both requires more work, more physical labor. It costs me more.
So how come when I say that, you always tell me that? Never mind, man. Follow your own advice, beloved.
I didn't say. I'm saying you're already there. You love the space. You love real estate. I've never professed to love anything.
I do. I got a love-hate thing. Because again, I've been able to see over time what it enables to do. And the thing about real estate, which is different than anything else, specifically if you in a city like ours, from a policy standpoint, it gives you more Hey, listen, man. What about Deuteronomy though, Jamil? What about Deuteronomy? Listen, man, listen. I haven't even looked through this, but I'm pretty sure if I open this up, Deuteronomy is going to be in here. None of y'all have never seen them hand out anything without Deuteronomy. So hold up, let's see. Boom. Look, boom. Look, Amari.
I will not.
Right there. I don't know if y'all can see that because the focus is crazy here because of the light. But Deuteronomy is right here. They get right into Deuteronomy. Oh, they got all the goodies in here, Jamil, too. They got their other favorite joint too. What they
Yo,
talk
Jamil
about.
be wild. Yo, Soul Sonic Samsons.
All right, so Jarrell said he asked, right? He said, "Now, because I'm curious." All right, I'm gonna wait for the class to get their laugh off.
My fault. No, because I knew Jamil would find this hilarious because Jamil is always cooking these dudes. I know he would. That's why I knew that he would find it funny.
All right, so Jarrell says, "No, I was curious because I saw a video talking about accruals being better. So I wanted to understand if I was doing my budget wrong or something. Thank you again." Now, so for personal finance, cash is the way.
Side note, Kamari, this is relevant to what you're saying. Jarrell actually sent us over files to our email address. He volunteered. He sent us over his actual financial document. He volunteered to let us break down his numbers
For financial triage.
For financial triage, yes, he did. So shout out to Jamil for that.
Oh, yeah.
They got the other classic in here too, Jamil, where they talk about all the symbolism in the back of a dollar. So they got the other classic here too, bro. I'm only sharing this with Jamil, man. So don't mind.
Wow.
Yo,
35 other people.
Soul Sonic Samsons is absolute chaos, bro.
Stolen.
All right, Jarrell says, I also sent my portfolio, but I don't know if I sent all the right info. Okay.
We'll take a look at it.
So, Jarrell, you just sent your portfolio. Did you send any other financial information? What do you want from us? Do you just want to see what we could do better with your portfolio, or are you looking for an overall financial plan?
He's also looking for a way to write off some of his consultations.
The SW consultations.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Right. So the hashtag is going to be water bill.
We got a different vocabulary. In the village, we say consultations, man.
Right. Gotcha.
If you know, you know.
Therapy.
What up, Rich?
Hey, Jarrell, I got a new shirt coming. It's going to say, "I love $40 consultations."
The Soul Sonic Samsons, Joe. You gotta make the shirt.
If you do that, Jim, I love $40 consultations, and then you gotta say -Nate.
By the way, as an aside, I don't know if anybody has watched the full episode of Stack Stats and Die Trying, but I definitely left a little Easter egg in there for the Nate gang.
Oh Lord.
It's a little, just a little nod. That's all.
I bet it is.
That's all.
I bet it is.
An homage to the Nate gang.
Just a little Easter egg for them to catch, as you know.
All right, let's get these numbers up, y'all. Hashtag water bill. We got some money to give away. We got some sats to give away. Y'all gotta come get it. By the way, what's the new rule, Jimmy?
The new rule is this, right? If you win, you have to inbox us in the village and send us your lightning address. Now, how do you inbox us in the village? And shout out to all the village members, because someone told me that the last time I told you was based on Android, but I have an iPhone too, so I looked it up. If you open up the app and you're in the Black Wealth Rebels on Patreon, right, at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a house, then you'll see like the message. Click the message button in the top right-hand corner. After you go to Black Wealth Rebels messages, in the top right-hand corner, you'll see an envelope. Click the envelope that allows you to inbox us right in the village. So inbox us in the village if you win. Do not send an email. Do not send me anything on socials. Go to the village and inbox us. That's how we getting it done. Reason being is because we want to make sure we take care of folks that take care of us. So if you're a member of the village, this makes you eligible to win this thing. Because a lot of times we have people who are not a member of the village, they just try to come through to win the Bitcoin.
Yep, they just want to pimp us out.
And we bring it back. Pretty soon we're gonna be bringing back. Groceries. We're gonna get some groceries away, man.
Groceries.
Yeah, man.
All right, so Jarrell says, but I want y'all feedback to see what I can do better.
Okay.
I would love if you would do both, if possible. Let me know if you want any other information from me. Okay, we can do both.
Okay.
All right, A Moore's in the building. What up, what up, what up? Welcome.
I asked a question in the general chat in the village, and I got a lot of feedback. I was asking, do people prefer weekend evenings, or do they prefer a weekday evening, or even a weekday during the day? For this masterclass that I want to give, I'm giving a full Bitcoin masterclass where I'm going to go over every single thing. Most of the people said weekend, so we're just going to set a weekend and get to it.
What up, Noble?
We're going to set a weekend and get to it, because stacking sats is crazy, man.
What up, Rich?
Ooh.
Yo, Rich, what's up with that Eminem post, man? A lot of people was getting traction on that John. They love the ball.
Oh, Eminem?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Eminem got like 3 diamond albums. I'm pretty sure he got fans from every which way. Yo, Rich, also, man, shout out to Rich too, man. I saw your son made the front page of the paper too.
Oh, word! Congratulations.
Yeah, his son just graduated from Wharton. His son just graduated from Wharton. So
nice.
We gotta make sure we shout the young man out. Wharton grad. You know what I mean?
All right, so Jamel says this joint look like one of them. This joint, I'm talking Philly. Sorry, y'all. This joint looks like an Ansar Law, Holy Tabernacle, Wapping Scrolls Tavern. If any of y'all understand what that is, let us know in the chat.
I understand every single word he's saying.
We know you understand what it is. We know.
Man, Benito going in. I love it.
What up, Benito?
These administrators in NYC are violating the constitutional rights of New Yorkers. These administrators are terrorists. So I guess there's a lot of this going on, right? It's a lot of this must be going on in New York. Jamil says, respectfully, I'm wondering how many Nate Andrews scholarships the old man provided his tenants before he realized the water bill was due.
Oh, man.
Yo, that's gangster.
Go ahead, Kamar. You got this one.
Yeah, you got that one. Go ahead, Corey. You got that one.
Blah 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 blah. I'm not touching that, bro.
All right,
my question is this though: $15 trillion.
All right, so those judges and these kangaroo courts have stolen $15 trillion from our communities, and with their corrupt hearings. Now, where are we talking about, Benito? Is this just NYC alone? 50 trillion there alone? Or are we talking nationwide? Are we talking globally? Help us out. Give us some context.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man, because when you look at the history. So first off, just taking a step back. When you look at the value of property within New York, specifically Manhattan, it's absolutely insane. Then when you look at the history of some of that property, you have a lot of nefarious history with some of that property. I mean, even Central Park.
You get any beachfront property down south. Hilton Head, all of them, all that used to be black.
Yeah,
territory.
but Manhattan is different though, bro. The Manhattan is the most valuable real estate in the world. Right, and so you're talking about Central Park itself, right? Look at the history of Central Park.
Oh,
right?
I know about the history of Central Park.
So
where it's still bodies buried under there.
So, but again, it's interesting because there within the real estate space is this thing saying that there's no the most guaranteed value you could have is a piece of real estate in Central Park. I mean, that's Central Park in Manhattan. And when you look at a lot of that property in Manhattan, even Brooklyn now, a lot of it is really just for rich folks to pretty much bury their money. So now when you start talking about the fact that they're finding ways to take people's property, it could be real scary. That number 15 trillion is kind of wild. But again, nothing shocks me these days. But the idea of the value of land, specifically in that territory, I see Kamari looking for a book. Specifically in that territory, it gets to be crazy, man. You realize how many buildings in New York are filled with empty apartments because it's someone from Hong Kong or someone from Russia who just buys up half a building just to sit their money there?
I just watched the joint talking about rent control, how rent control is a scam just for rich people to park their money. I thought it was very interesting.
No, it is very interesting, which is why rent control itself doesn't necessarily work because it causes all these other ancillary issues that people don't realize, right?
What up, Jabbar?
Hey, man, happy birthday to my brother Bar. His birthday was yesterday.
Oh, happy birthday, Jabbar.
Happy birthday, Bar.
No, man. But Bar said, "Do I have land in NYC?" I do not, beloved. I do not. All my
He
I've
wasn't
concentrated.
asking the question. He was making a statement. Just for the record.
Now, see, now you lining me up. See, come
I'm
on, now you
sorry. I'm
lining me
sorry.
up. You
I'm
lining
sorry.
me
I'm
up, bro.
sorry. I
You
couldn't help
lining me
it.
up.
I'm sorry.
No, but Bar inspired me yesterday. I was talking to Bar, and Bar was inspired me to cop some more land. I mean, I was trying to get Bar to help me do an oil and gas deal. By the way, if anybody knows somebody looking for oil and gas, I got an oil and gas connect. I do. Right to the source too. Like I'm dead serious.
Well, funny enough, Courtney is an oil and gas attorney, which I think is hilarious.
Listen, I'm just saying that because you never know who knows somebody. I got an oil and gas
That's a fact.
connect.
That's a fact.
So if anybody got to connect, let me know. I got it straight to the source, man.
All right, so we only got 10 entries. What's up with y'all? Why y'all treating us so bad?
Yeah, we got more than 3 times that many folks watching, man.
Yeah, y'all don't want this money. All right, I guess.
Y'all too much. If they don't want the money, then give the money to people who
What do you mean, y'all? That's not me.
Listen, we are a collective. I, me, we.
I'm just telling you, that's your man, though.
Oh, man, he's just always trying to throw me.
Oh, Jabbar talking about add me. You got to add yourself.
Politics.
Yeah.
The politics is
hashtag water bill. Add yourself, Jabbar. Hashtag water bill.
You got to put the hashtag in the chat. You got to add yourself.
Full try? What we talking about? Okay.
So you got to join though. You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah. Oh. And again, shout out to New Ramen for the super chat. Appreciate you.
It's not at water bill. It's hashtag water bill. Shout out to New Ramen, man.
Conjure wisdom. What up? You know, I was looking. I was like, did I say at water bill? I was like, I don't think I said that.
No, hashtag water bill, man.
No, I got it now. I got it. All right, so we got 12. Can we get 15? 3 more.
And
Corey done said we can spend right now.
Yo, yeah, Sotheby's right now, man. He got Sotheby's, man. Can I get a all right,
Can we get a 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13?
I mean, first of all, if you stop, you leave. If you leave the thing up, you'll probably get more people. Like pause. If you just put the.
I mean, the people that are here, they know.
But you never know though. That's why you leave it up there.
No, we don't leave it up there. We here we go. Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
Here you go. Just leave it there. Just leave it there, man. Just leave it there. I guarantee if you leave it there for a minute, you'll get a couple more entries, man.
Okay. All right. We'll see. We are at 12. Can we get a 13? A 1, 3, 13? I'm leaving it there. That's what she said. Leave it there.
Y'all need to run for public office, man.
I was doing my best Jimmy impersonation, y'all.
How many we got now?
13.
Exactly. You got another one, right? See what I mean? That's what happens. That's what happens.
Like 5 minutes.
That's what happens, though. I'm telling you, that's how it works. By the way, in order to win, though, if you do win, you got to go in the village and send an inbox. Come on, how to get in the village, though?
They can go to blackwealthrebels.com and they can subscribe. You can subscribe for free. Or, by the way, shout out to some of our new paid members. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate the support.
Yeah.
We had a couple come through this week.
Shout out to y'all, because y'all get extra stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to blackwealthrebels.com. Blackwealthrebels.com. Jimmy, where's your black bottle?
Come on, man. Why you trying to play me like as if it's not right here?
I just wanted to make sure you had it.
Yeah, it's always here, man. You see it, the Bitcoin logo. I always got it next to me, man.
Okay.
By the way,
you seeing the ads all over the place for it now?
We did this, man. This is us, man. Get Supplement, man. Shout out to Supplement, man. So Supplement is sponsored of everything we do. Go to getsupplement.com. You know what I'm saying? For those who don't know what Supplement is, it's the top of the line. It's the best bottle company in the world. You know what I'm saying? Quality product. So, shout out to Nicole Aubrey who copped one, from the village. So make sure you go to getsupplement.com and support our sponsor, man.
I see they got a new one out, like 32 ounces. I got to cop that drink. All right. We have moved up from 12, then we went to 13, and now we are at a whopping 14.
That's because you left it up there. You got 2 more. That's like I said. That's all you got to do.
Nah. All right. So we got 14. Can we get 15? We get 15 and spend before Corey
What
comes.
the hell? Why do y'all keep politicking with
Oh, why do you say y'all? Why you keep saying y'all? He could have spun us at 10.
All right, no, you can try to put your name in twice cosmic wisdom, but it will sort and filter all the duplicates. So you're only going to get 1. We're on to that. They're on to that. They're on to the scam. What up, Joel? What up, Brittany? How are y'all today? All right, I got a major monument coming up, y'all. My last baby is about to leave us. Going away to school. Going away to college.
Okay, you're gonna be an empty nester.
Yeah.
This one, Rory Murray about to hit his midlife crisis, start copping Corvettes and whatnot.
Listen, I've been wanting to hit my midlife crisis, but I'm too poor, baby.
Not with kids in college, you not.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, he not.
He told him he better hit them fast for streets and leave him alone.
Fast? What's that?
Listen,
Department of Education.
Yeah, that's about to get dismantled too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot that's a wrap.
Correct. Congrats to you too, Rich. Listen, that's a major thing. Son graduating from Wharton. So somebody asked us our views on DC. Trying to see where that is at.
District of Columbia. Derek Coleman.
DC. Where did it go? Where did you go?
My homie Demetrius.
All right. Jay says, what's your observations on the DC situation? It's fuckery. That's what it is. That's my observation.
What specific situation is he speaking of?
He's talking about the National Guard.
The National Guard
DC.
In the streets of DC. They federalized the business. They're taking over.
They're taking over
in black cities. They're gonna be putting. They're literally gonna put the National Guard in black cities, bitch.
Yep.
With Democratic.
The Orange Bowl called out all the black cities, and I
saw that
the Baltimore response.
Mayor Scott, I saw.
Yeah, he gonna put the National Guard in all the black cities.
Yeah.
The National Guard in a city called Chocolate City.
It ain't been chocolate for a minute though. It's been gentrified like hell. But nevertheless, it's still crazy.
Still like 30% of the residents is black. It used to be like 60%. And even at half, at 30%, it's still 30%.
Shout out to Marion Barry. All right, Rich says police state. Yeah.
I think it's weird though, because on one hand, he always talks about state rights, like how to let them do what they want to do. Like, you know, the federal government ain't got nothing to do with this.
He only talking about southern states that's Republican.
But this is a distraction. He's trying to do something else.
That's what I be worried about. Like, what else is he going? Whose back pocket is he going in right now? Because
I don't know how. That's not a distraction, bro. They're snatching people off the streets, bro.
No. So yes, what ICE is doing is crazy. So what ICE is doing is a little bit different than DC. But I'm saying he's got something else up his sleeve. Or they, I should say, have something else up their sleeve. I guarantee it.
Wildest part about all this is we ain't get to a year yet. Y'all got 3.5 more years of this.
Oh, y'all, so you so rich you ain't gotta be dealing with this. I'm sorry.
See, here you go again, trying to line me up.
I said I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's like when the judge like strikes down what you said, but you already put it in the atmosphere, man. You know, it's the same.
This is why I asked y'all to spin the wheel, bro. Spin the wheel, so this doesn't continue to happen.
I'm pretty sure we got 15 at this point because you know.
I think I made a mistake.
Oh, Cole, don't tell me that you took it down. That's why I told you to leave it up. Pause.
Hold on, man. I am not your child, sir. Relax your tongue. Relax.
Corey, tell him, Corey.
I ain't telling nobody nothing. I asked y'all to spin the wheel like 17 times.
Stop saying y'all though, not y'all. I told him I don't care. We can do it at 5-10. The less people, the more chance that the folks that jump in and know what they got to do. But I think Kamari took the whole thing down.
Listen, man, I need you to relax, man. I need you to relax, right? You always meaning.
Let's
All
leave it
right, so
there.
we got 15 people, so we are about to spend people. Let's go.
Thank you. 1,253 days until next inauguration. The question is, who will be getting inaugurated? That's the question.
That's so sad. Yeah, the next question is, will there be an inauguration? Because that's still in the air too.
Yeah, for JD Vance.
Or whoever, or for him. But yeah. All right, we are going to spin 1, 2, 3.
Good luck, everybody. And the winner is
K Diggy.
now K Diggy. First off, are you here? Also, K Diggy, in order to get this, you can't send an email, you can't send an inbox, you can't send a text, you can't send a smoke signal.
None of
what I'm
that.
saying? You have to go to the village and send an inbox.
Inbox.
Send an inbox with your lightning address, and you will get paid tonight. You will get your official shoes.
And he is here. So
Okay.
we need to do a listing to see who has won the most over the last, let's say, 2 years.
Greg
gets the my man had like a super cheat code.
So did Don. All right, so all the congratulations are coming in for K Diggy.
Shout out to K Diggy, man.
All right.
Brittany says Don. Yeah, Don's up there too. It's either Don or Greg, one of the two. All right, man. So listen, we are out of here. Sunday morning, we're gonna be talking about something.
Right, but before we close out, y'all, listen. In order to avoid what happened to the brother in Brooklyn, please open your mail. Please make sure you're following up on everything you got going on with your properties. Don't lose out, because it seems like all black property is on the chopping block right now. All black property is subject to theft. It seems like, I don't know, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, but it seems like they're waiting just to snatch up black property as soon as they can. So, keep your head on the swivel, y'all.
Keep your eyes open and your wallet in your front pocket.
There we go. We will see y'all Sunday. Y'all have a great night.
Blessings.
Stay great.
Black